We are headed down the regular season home stretch, and we are only 1 month out from the ACC tournament, but there's still a lot of ACC softball action to come. The 3-1 misses outside to Mudge, and Mudge is aboard. Turns on this, skies it high. Under it is third baseman Bailey Richardson in foul territory. She'll make the grab for out number 1 here in tonight's ball game. Another 2-2 is drilled into center field. A diving Mac. It's back to the warning track, and Mudge will cross home plate, making it a 1-0 game. And how about a double for Kaylee Harding? 24 walks, Joanna, you talked about that, and that's in on the hands. And a little chopper over to Daisy Hess for out number 2. That's a good out for the Cards.
Yep, and for Zabala, we know how much she really likes to go.
And another payoff pitch. Swung on over to the left-hand side. Richardson fires over to Frizzell for out number 3. Florida State plates 1. Cards coming to the plate next. Oklahoma, I mean, anytime you're in the mix with those two names, that's pretty impressive. Right. As a freshman, no less. This is sky high to the right-hand side. Amaya Ross makes the grab in foul territory.
We've seen Frizzell and Richardson, and that's not who they're built to be, though. They don't want to, have to rely on hitting home runs, even though Gabby Holloway is going to give you a great shot and some others. They want to have
the 0-2 to Miller is swung on and missed, and a strikeout for McKenna Reed for out number 2.
And there's no time off, and that's been a mentality that she's had to embrace.
Sky to the right side. Under it is Flaherty. He'll make the grab for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Cards. Florida State leads 1-0. Heading
huge. That's something that Zabala's going to need to be able to do throughout this game.
This is lined into the left center gap all the way to the fence. Kerr rounds first. And a stand-up double to get things started for Florida State here in the top of the second.
To stay in, be a part of this program and culture. Is awesome to see her succeeding.
Swing and a miss, and a punch out for Alyssa Zabala, her first of the game. And out number 1 here in the top of the second frame. In on the hands, Daisy Hess is there to make that grab for out number 2. Another pitch to Flaherty, and she is aboard with the free pass. And as you mentioned, Joanna, Florida State just so patient at the plate.
Well, they are, and this was a good pitch from
Kaylee Mudge. Walked back in the first, scored the only run thus far. Drills this into left center field. Janai Kerr makes the turn. And a stand-up double for Kaylee Mudge, and an RBI makes it a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Noles.
You do. What can you throw at Beecham that she can't handle? And there you have it.
Well, there it was. A strikeout. Florida State strands 2, but they get another one. Her day at UMass, as you mentioned. And how about this absolute moonshot into left field? Hangs up there, maybe a little too high. That was off the bat of Gabby Holloway, the DP for the Cards.
More consistently, she chased a lot of pitches as a freshman, and then what we've seen a little bit in the emergence the last couple of months, as she takes strike 3 on that one.
Thrown out base runners. Foul tip and caught for out number 3, and a quick 3 outs for the Noles. Harding had a double and an RBI back in the first. And a swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for... That'll be a free pass for Edenfield, her 25th of the season.
Yeah, and really started drawing comparisons to Jessie Warren, which, good company.
Bailey Richardson will make that catch in foul territory. Little chopper back to Zabala. Zabala gets the ball over to Frizzell for out number 3, and Florida State strands 1. It's Garrity Mac, Hess.
Looking for it, giving themselves an opportunity.
Garrity chops that ball. However, Isa Torres playing such an outstanding defensive position, able to make that short. Talked about, we knew we were going to get a defensive stalwart in Torres. Chelsea Mack lays the bunt down, and Ross able to get the ball over to Flaherty for put out number 2.
Yeah, those are 2 quick outs from Louisville, but for
and that does not feel good when it is cold. Got the butt of Daisy Hess's wrist there on the last 26 of the last 28 games. That will be a punch out for Reed to end the 3rd. We're gonna head to the top of the 4th. Knowles up by 2. Off speed is swung on and missed, and a big punch out. What a pitch by Zavala.
yeah, that changeup is doing a lot of really good things for her, hitting her a lot. So she's done a great job of really limiting the damage from Florida State. And she needs her offense to step up a little bit so that she can, continue to have opportunities for appearances in game 2.
Yep. Keeping her hands back is Flaherty, but still out after a great play by Allie Alexander. 3 quick outs, including 2 punch outs. Birds have gotten walks and hit by pitches. And Miller finds the gap right on cue. It's broadcaster's jinx right there, but the other way around. Little liner up the middle of the field. Flaherty steps on the bag, unable to make the double play there. Speed of Richardson gets to first in time. So 1 out.
Still without a runner in scoring position.
Now it's Gabby Holloway that drills one. And that is gone, and it is a tied ball game. 1 swing of the bat. Gabby Holloway.
Yeah, make that 5 home runs in her last 7 hits. I mean, she just has been on a tear. The average hasn't been great recently, but when you have that kind of output for the arm, Holloway just staying behind this, generating so much rotational velocity there. You can see her just drive that ball on a line.
Well,
2 big RBIs.
We saw the moonshot that she had back in the 1st. Kaylee Mudge got that in left field away, and Rodney New, who does such a great job taking care of these facilities. The big punch out here for McKenna Reed.
Going for the velocity, hasn't really needed it.
Skies this one. Beecham makes the grab in foul territory for out number 3. A huge home run by Gabby Holloway.
Getting ahead in this count.
Well, she puts Kaylee Mudge aboard with the walk.
With coverage, you've got cuts and relays. So Hess and Frizzell are really going to have to do a good job.
Well, and when you enter in the ball game,
That's right.
The ball will find you.
Yep.
Gets a little pat on the back from shortstop Daisy Hess. Skies this one to the left-hand side. Under it is Mack, who makes the grab and shall center field for out number 2 to retire Harding. A good battle there by Harding. Sends this to the right-hand side. Under it is Vanessa Miller in foul territory, and she makes an outstanding grab for the Cards to retire Edenfield. And we're gonna head to the bottom of the 5th. This is a little chopper to the right-hand side. Flaherty not able to get that in time. Speedy Garrity able to beat out that throw. Reed looks to lay down the bunt again here the 2nd time. Ross gets the ball to Flaherty at first for out number 1 and moves Garrity into scoring position. In foul territory, back in the 1st, was hit by a pitch and stranded at first. A little blooper into right field, but Kaylee Harding, lots of speed. I thought that ball might drop. 2-1 to Frizzell. Swung on, skied into right field. That's off the fence. Louisville will score one. Frizzell looking to get a triple, slides into third. And a three-bagger and an RBI for Riley Frizzell as the Cards take the lead.
That is a huge shot off the bat of Riley Frizzell. Frizzell kicking it into second gear, making her way around the bases.
Over the head here of Kaylee Harding. Looked initially like that ball was going to go out of the park.
I thought it was gone, and really difficult play for Harding. Fences here are very tall, 200 down the line, the wind a little blowing, so that's a tough play for Harding out in right field.
Miller second on this squad with 25 RBIs on the season. Drills one up the middle, and Joanna right on cue gets that security run and tacks on another RBI to her resume.
To what Miller does, she stays stacked in the box, lets herself see that pitch as long as she can, drives it right back up the middle, not trying to do too much, take what you're given. And another great opportunity for Louisville here in the bottom of the fifth.
And another rocket shot off the bat of Richardson, but back is Kennedy Harp, who makes out number 3. Louisville doubles the lead. Skies this. Paige Garrity under it. She will glove that ball for out number 1. A good battle between. This will be into shallow left field. One hops to Paige Garrity, gets the ball into Daisy Hess. And Kerr is aboard with the runner for the Noles. She scored 12 runs. 3-1 misses, and Dak is aboard with the walk. So 2 on now for the Noles. Harp 0 for 2. Swings on this into right field. Vanessa Miller makes the grab, looking to relay that ball. But Belvi advances to third on the tag. So runners on the corners now. The plate for Florida State. Flaherty 0 for 1, walked back in the second. Maya Ross, 3-1, swung on to the right-hand side, off the glove of Frizzell. One will score. Jack Hasty with the double pump, and we have a new tie ball game as 2 score from that defensive miscue.
Yeah, and that's Frizzell making a move to field that ball. And I want to let this go through. It's too many steps if you're Frizzell. Let Hasty come and get that ball. Hasty's taking a deep angle, though. It's going to make it even more difficult. And that's that inexperience coming through over there on the right-hand side. And Florida State, what do we say? They're going to run.
Flaherty doesn't beat out the tag. Daisy Hess knew it from the get-go. Applies the tag for out number 3. Florida State ties it up. Holloway aboard with the walk. Lays it down this time. Beecham able to collect that throw over to Flaherty at first, and Hasty doing her job. Advances Pickle Winkler 60 feet. In the circle for the Seminoles. Another off speed is swung on and missed for out number 2, and a punch out for Danley.
Up, being 60 feet away is your best chance.
Drilled into left field, and oh my gosh! Kaylee Mudge!
Mudge mode.
Mudge mode it is. Gonna lay the bunt down. Frizzell moving up and throws it over the head of Jack Hasty, and Mudge looking over shoulder. Gets an extra 60 feet with that missed throw there, just the right side, not expecting so far tonight. Again, looking to lay down the bunt. Mudge advances to third. And a great bunt there by Beecham.
We know the versatility in your
Zabala swung on over to Bailey Richardson. Richardson gets Goff the ball, and a double play by the Cards, tagging out Kaylee Mudge before she's able to cross the plate, and then Kaylee Harding. A swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Danley. Big deep breath from Danley, and another 1-2 pitch. Off speed is just over the head of Beecham, and Daisy Hess gets herself aboard with a single.
Just throw.
The ball misses low and off the glove of Edenfield for the free pass. 2-2. Sent to the right-hand side. Advances both base runners into scoring position now. Payoff pitch, swung on, drilled up the middle, and Louisville will walk it off. They take down number 18 Florida State in game 1. Bailey Richardson coming up big, Joanna.
Yeah, that was just a huge at-bat, and we've seen it a couple of times. Louisville hitters really just giving the credit to the next hitter, being able to pass the bat and not doing too much with it. Check that out, just going right back up the middle. That one, not exactly what Danley had in mind, a lot of plate on it, and Louisville takes advantage.
So Louisville takes game 1 of the series 5-4. A great thriller tonight for game 1. We will see game 2 tomorrow at 1 p.m. Joanna and I will be back on the call for that one for game 2 of this series. So for my entire broadcast team, for my partner Joanna Lane, I'm Suzanne Bush signing off from Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be back on the ACC Network Extra for game